Hi guys, welcome back. If you're new to my channel, my name is Carmen. Welcome. Did you know that right before you are about to manifest something, the universe will often test you before it gives you what you want? So in this video, we're going to talk about the 3 signs that the universe is testing you in this video today. And make sure to watch the whole entire video because number 3 is a very, very important sign, a very important one. So make sure to watch the whole video. The universe will often test you right before it gives you what you want. And the reason it does that is because it wants to see if you are ready for that thing that you want. So if this is something that's very important, right? Maybe even something that you had written into your contract that you at some point in time would have, that you would manifest. If this is something very important, the universe wants to make sure that you are actually ready for it. Because if you're not ready for it, then a lot of times you will mess up that whole thing, right? So you've been waiting for that right person to come into your life, right? And then the right person comes into your life, but you're not ready for that person and the whole thing gets messed up. Or there's this big success that you've always wanted your whole life and then you are given it and you're not ready for it and you mess the whole thing up. So the universe always is checking to make sure that you are ready for things. And that's one of the things about the physical world that people don't realize is that the whole earth is basically like, think of it as test mode. So as souls, we come down to this planet for growth and for development. So it's kind of like a university. And I've talked about this in many of my other videos as well, that Earth is like a university basically. And so we're constantly being tested to see what level are we at so that we can reach the next level, right? And if you see one of these 3 signs, then you can rest assured that you are being tested by the universe. You're being assessed. You're being tested to see if you are finally ready to receive that thing that you want. So let's talk about what the first sign is that you're being tested by the universe. And the first major sign that the universe is testing you is that it will sometimes give you a taste of what it is that you want, but not the full thing, right? So it'll give you a little taste of it. You'll get a little bit, just a little sneak peek or a little preview of what it is that you want and that you're trying to manifest, right? So you'll get to experience it a little bit, but then suddenly it gets taken away. Or, you got to see kind of a little bit what it was like, but you didn't get the full thing. And so when that happens, it's because the universe is trying to see exactly how are you responding to just a little bit of what it is that you want. How are you reacting to it? And a really good example of this is think of a kid in an ice cream shop. The kid might want a 3-scoop ice cream cone, right? But the kid's dad is not going to give him a 3-scoop ice cream cone. He's going to give him a 1-scoop ice cream cone first, right? So the kid is saying, I want the 3-scoop, and the dad is like, okay, let's just get you a 1-scoop ice cream cone. And the dad is waiting to see, well, what is the kid going to do with the 1 scoop? Is he going to be able to eat it? Is he going to drop it on the floor? And that's kind of like the universe, right? It's giving you just a little bit of what you want and it's waiting to see how do you respond to it. And what will happen is if the child is able to eat the 1 scoop, then the dad might be like, okay, well, he ate the whole thing. He didn't waste it. I'll get him a 2nd scoop. Right? And then if he eats that and he doesn't drop it on the floor or or throw it away, then the dad is like, okay, I'll get you a 3rd scoop now. So it's kind of like that with the universe. The universe might test you out and give you some money. Is the first thing you do is go out to the store and buy a bunch of designer products and just waste and blow the whole thing? Or do you go and save it? The universe is testing you to see, what are you doing with this little amount that I'm giving you? And are you ready for me to give you more? So if you see that sign, it's a huge sign that your manifestation is coming. Now, the second big sign that the universe is testing you, which I've talked a lot about this one in other videos, and I'll link some of those videos below in the description box, is a loss, a huge loss, or a block, basically. So something is taken away and you lose something. And you think it's the complete opposite of what you want. right? It's the complete opposite. So a good example of this is Elon Musk. And, don't get triggered. I know there are some people out there that don't like him. And so don't get triggered. I'm just using this as an example. And so the example is that he co-founded PayPal and was actually let go from PayPal. Like he was like fired from the company that he helped co-found, right? Which most people would perceive as a huge loss, right? But what ended up happening was he went on to turn Tesla into one of the biggest companies in the entire world. And so if he hadn't experienced that loss with PayPal, he would have never ended up becoming a part of Tesla. And we actually see this in the cyclical pattern of numbers, okay? In numerology, all of the numbers go up to 9. 9 is the last number. And then it starts over again, 1 through 9. What is the last number that comes after 9? Number 1, right? 9 is the number of endings and it's the conclusion, and 1 is new beginnings, and they're right next to each other. So yes, a lot of times you will experience a loss or something that you perceive to be a failure or an ending, and then suddenly, boom, out of nowhere, a new beginning, and you get what you want. It comes in right then, right after this huge loss. But that's a huge sign from the universe that you are being tested right before you're about to get what you want. A lot of times you end up getting something even better, right? You get something even better than that small little taste or preview that was given to you. So you end up getting blocked off from that, and you just end up getting something better as a result. And last but certainly not least, a very, very big important sign that you're being tested by the universe is when you start to feel like you are about to give up. So what that means is that you have consistently put in the work and the effort that's required to manifest what you want, right? You've been very consistent. You've been working hard at it. And then suddenly, out of nowhere, you just have this feeling inside of you like you want to give up, like you're done and you just can't do it anymore. You've worked so hard, time and time again. You've put in so much effort. You've been consistent, and you feel like there's nothing more you can do. And at this point, you're just like, I want to throw in the towel and I'm done. And it'd just be easier to maybe go down another path or to try to do something else. So right when you feel that feeling that you want to give up, right? When that feeling washes over you and you are like a few inches away from throwing in the towel, the universe is testing you at that very moment and wanting to see, are you actually going to give up? A lot of times it's the universe that's putting that feeling within you or making those feelings wash over you. Those feelings of wanting to give up, those feelings of just feeling like you're never gonna do it. It's never gonna happen. The universe will actually push those feelings at you to kind of see, well, how badly do you really want it, right? Are you actually gonna give up? How badly do you really want it? If the universe sees that you still continue to go despite all of that that's being thrown upon you, well then, usually right then is when you get your manifestation. Because that's the biggest test, right? You pass the test when you do that. But if the universe sees that like, oh wow, they are giving up, they're not ready. They're not ready for it. And then what ends up happening is you do end up giving up and it doesn't end up manifesting for you. So when you start to feel that feeling wash over you, just know that that's a sign. It's just a test to see exactly how prepared and how ready you are for what it is that you want. So remember that the next time you want to give up and throw in the towel, it's at that moment where it's like make or break. And it's at that very moment where you can pass with flying colors if you just keep going. So I hope that this was beneficial to you, and let me know in the comments below if you have experienced any of these 3 signs that you are being tested by the universe. Let me know in the comments below. And if you like this video, hit the like button and share it with other people. It really helps to get this information out there when you do that. And I really do spend a lot of time putting these videos together for you guys. So hit the like button and share it with other people. And I would love to have you subscribe and to become part of the family. You can also follow me on Instagram and Facebook. Thanks for watching. I love you guys, and I'll see you in my next video. Take care.